Less than a minute to post time. Starting gate moves into position. The trotters and drivers approaching for race number 1. It's the start of the pick 5. They'll line up from the inside out. More Star Power and Timothy Roach. MVP Marcello, Garrett Rooney. Royalty, Brad Moore. Southview, Abraham, Andy Moore. Kilmartin Commander, Dennis Duford. He's a big deal, Greg Dustin. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Post time for race number 1. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and trotting. A few missteps before the start, but More Star Power is back trotting, or MVP Marcello back trotting, but trailing. It is Royalty who trots away and grabs the early lead for Brad Moore. Looking for that 2-hole tuck on the outside, trotting on perhaps. That'll be Southview Abraham. Racing third along the inside, we've got More Star Power. Crossing over, He's a Big Deal. The back markers, Kilmartin Commander, MVP Marcello. Down in front of the grandstand for the first time, Royalty will set the tempo here. Out of third and underway. Here comes More Star Power with a rush and a brush. Now second, now first, and trotting right on to grab the lead. That opening quarter was 30-3. More Star Power takes them around the far turn. 2 lengths to the good of Royalty. Beginning to labor in third position, that's Southview Abraham. Underway, He's a Big Deal. Following that one to the outside will be Kilmartin Commander. They reach the half-mile station in 1:01 and 2. More Star Power looking strong on the front end. This one has 5, make it 6 lengths on Royalty. Racing in third position, He's a Big Deal. Kilmartin Commander is fourth, now regaining fourth along the inside. Southview Abraham, 3/4, 1:30-4, 29-2, third panel. The leader by about 5. It's More Star Power. Trying to reel that one in is Royalty. Not a lot happening from the back of the bus here, and More Star Power trots for home with a comfortable margin. More Star Power by 5. Royalty second best. Off stride, More Star Power. Royalty trots on through and grabs this in the final stages. Hold all tickets. The inquiry sign has been posted. Judges will review racing action in the stretch drive. Number 3, Royalty. Your winner, your unofficial winner. Number 1, More Star Power, finished second. 7, He's a Big Deal, was third. The inquiry sign remains posted. Judges are reviewing racing action in the stretch. Please hold all tickets. With regards to that inquiry, ladies and gentlemen, number 1, More Star Power, finished second, will be placed third for a lap-on break at the wire. Number 1, More Star Power, finished second, placed third. Number 7, He's a Big Deal, finished third, will now be placed second. 3-7-1, unofficially here in race number 1. Now returning in front of the grandstand, here is the unofficial race winner. It's number 3, Royalty. A Bay 5-year-old horse by Resolve and Wu Long out of Explosive Matter. Owned, trained, and driven by Brad Moore. Brad Moore picking up the victory here in race number 1 this evening. Royalty trots the mile in 2:01 and 2. It's the first lifetime victory for Royalty. $640, $330, $220. Number 7, He's a Big Deal, $470, $260. 1, More Star Power, $230 for the show. The exacta 3-7, the numbers. $26.30, and your triactor 371. $1 gets you a return of $62.30. Next up is race number 2 in the upcoming second race. Number 1, Better My Heart, will be driven by Natasha Day. Post time for the second race in approximately 6 minutes' time. Here is the rundown for race number one. Number one, More Star Power. Finished second, was placed third for a lap-on break at the wire. 2 MVP Marcello was fifth. 3 Royal T, a race winner. 4 Southwind Abraham was sixth. 5 Uncle Morris was scratch. 6 Kilmartin Commander was fourth. And number 7, He's a Big Deal, finished third, was placed second. Top down with corrections, your program should read 3516 scratch 42. With the call to the post, the horses and drivers are coming onto the track for race number 2. Here is your field. Number 1, Better My Heart, owned by Triple S Equine Stable of Newton. Amanda Riley of Roseneath. Ryan Stewart trains. Natasha Day picks up the drive this evening. Better My Heart. Number 2 is Sporty's Big Craze, owned by Kevin Kerr of Lucan. Catherine Cochran trains. Robert Doyle aboard Sporty's Big Craze. Three is Lulu the Looker, owned by Donald and Heather McGregor of Kamlashi. Peter Corr trains and drives Lulu the Looker. There is 4, Jim's First Date, owned by Heather Pickett, Chris Jewett, and John Gray. Heather Pickett trains Don Rankin Jr. aboard Jim's First Date. 5 is Alamo Sealster, Owned by Sally Charlton, Mark Adams, Mark Manners, and Todd Kerr. Lindsay Kerr, the trainer. Lauren House in the bike this evening. Alamo Sealster. Six is Little Bit of Soul, owned by Robert Mawson, Cleveland Greck, Tina Scott, and John Dixon. Robert Mawson trains Andy Moore in the bike. Little Bit of Soul. Number 7 will be Big Brass, owned by Murray Breathauer, Daniel Serafin, Glenn Smith, Vincent Albanese, Cameron McQueen trains, Garrett Rooney in the bike. Big Brass. Number 8, Lady Samantha, owned by Linda Richardson of Thorndale, Lindsay Sinclair, the trainer. Scott Ray in the bike. Lady Samantha. Number 9 is Blow and Dough, owned by Fred Naclario Blenheim. Gerald Lilly trains Mark McDonald in the bike. Blow and Dough. It's a full field of 9 here in race number 2. They go 1 mile for $4,400. Our handicapping triumvirate are all aboard the 4-horse, Jim's First Date, and Don Rankin Jr. This one is even money on the tote board. Tough trip first up a week ago. This one stayed right with it and was just narrowly beaten at the wire with an impressive mile time, 1:57.1. That last quarter does stand out as Don Rankin Jr. brought this one home in 28.3. Definitely a contender here. Number 4, Jim's First Date. Number 5, Alamo Sealster. Currently offering a little bit of value on the tote board, 5-1. Alamo Sealster, couple of third-place finishes in recent weeks, shows some decent gate speed, and with the capable training hands of Lindsay Kerr in consideration, this one is certainly one to include in your exotic wagers here. Number 5, Alamo Sealster. Another one that catches my eye is the 7-horse Big Brass. This one comes in for Cameron McQueen off 3 starts at Kawartha Downs near Peterborough. 2 of those starts saw this one finish in the place position. Garrett Rooney in the sulky tonight, offering value as well at 10-1. Many chances here. Good luck in your wagering selections. Now less than 2 minutes to post time for race number 2. Less than a minute to post time. The starter, they're moving in behind the Alamo Sealster and Lauren House. Little Bit of Soul, Andy Moore. Big Brass, Garrett Rooney. Lady Samantha, Scott Ray, and on the far outside, Blow and Dough, Mark McDonald. The horses are now in the hands of the starter. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and pacing in race number 2, leaving fastest of all. That's going to be Alamo Sealster. Lorne House away quickly. Behind that one comes Little Bit of Soul. Also leaving on the outside, that is Big Brass. Big Brass is going to try and find a seam somewhere in here. Racing in 4th position, there is Jim's First Date, well situated in the early going. They round the turn, racing 5th. We've got Sporty's Big Craze. They'll come by us the first time, and now crossing over and taking the lead, but right buck up after that one is Alamo Sealster. Big Brass relinquishes, and 3 wide driving on. There's your favorite, Jim's First Date. That opening quarter, lickety split, 28-2. Racing in 4th position, Little Bit of Soul. Underway is Lulu the Looker. To the inside, Sporty's Big Craze. He'll find a tip out here. Following is Better My Heart. The back markers are Blow and Dough and Lady Samantha. Down the backside for the final time after a half in 58 seconds flat. It's still Jim's First Date, but Alamo Sealster is right on the tail of that one. Underway on the outside, now 4th and moving up to 3rd. That'll be Lulu the Looker, and 3 wide action. Look at Better My Heart, Natasha Day. This one is putting in a run. The 3/4, 128-2. Your leader is still Jim's First Date. Alamo Sealster's going to look for some room. On the outside, Better My Heart. They turn for home. Jim's First Date has found another gear here, is opening up a length and a half. Better My Heart on the outside. Alamo Sealster, Jim's First Date. Large and in charge in race number 2. Looked like Alamo Sealster might have got up for the place along the inside. Big Brass was there as well. Mile time, 1:57-2. It was number 4, Jim's First Date, and Don Rankin Jr. victorious here. Second was 5, Alamo Sealster. Number 7, Big Brass up for the show. 4, 5, 7, your unofficial race 2 triactor numbers. Now returning in front of the grandstand, here is your unofficial race winner. It is number 4, Jim's First Date. A brown 3-year-old colt by Big Jim and Dynamic Date out of Royal Majesty. Owned by Heather Pickett and Chris Jewett and John Gray. Heather Pickett, the winning trainer. Don Rankin Jr. steering Jim's First Date to a victory here this evening, 1:57-2. It's the first lifetime victory for number 4. Jim's First Date. 370, 270, 225. Alamo Sealster 360, 270. Number 7, Big Brass $3 on the show. That 4-5 Exacta, $13.90. Your Triactor, 457 the numbers, $1 gets you $27.55. And the Daily Double, combining first race winner Royalty with Jim's First Date, 3-4 the numbers. That gets you back $20.60. Race 3 is up next in the upcoming third race. Scratch number 1, Brydown Royal Art. Garrett Rooney will drive 5, Drinkin' Buddy. There is an equipment change of note on number 9, Coalition Hanover. This one moving from open to blinkers. Post time for the third race, approximately 6 minutes away. Here is the rundown for race number 2. Number 1, Better My Heart, was 4th. 2, Sporty's Big Craze, was 7th. 3, Lulu the Looker, was 5th. 4, Jim's First Date, your race winner. 5, Alamo Sealster, was 2nd. 6, Little Bit of Soul, finished 6th. 7, Big Brass, was 3rd. 8, Lady Samantha, was 8th. And number 9, Blow and Dough, finished 9th. Top down, your program should read 4, 7, 5, 1, 2, 6, 3, 8, 9. Winning mile time, 1:57 and 2. Number 4, Jim's First Date. With the call to the post, the horses and drivers are coming onto the track for race number 3. Scratch 1, Bry Down Royal Alert. Number 2 will be Maple, owned by Jack Ray of London, Nicholas Fair of Brantford. Jack Ray trains Scott Ray in the bike. Maple. Number 3, Sweet Jesus, owned by Stephen Bestard of Lucan. Catherine Cochran trains Natasha Day aboard Sweet Jesus. Number 4, Tuka Rasp, owned by Lindsay Kerr of London. Lindsay Kerr does train, and Don Rankin Jr. picks up the driving assignment this evening. Tuka Rasp. 5 is Drinkin' Buddy, owned by Heather and Rick Pickett of Goderich. Heather Pickett is the trainer. Note the driver change. Garrett Rooney aboard Drinkin' Buddy. 6, Dark Twisted Balboa, owned by Diana McIntosh of Melbourne, Bill McIntosh of Melbourne. Diana trains, and Andy Moore will drive Dark Twisted Balboa. Number 7 is Bolt Power, owned by Brenda Darrable of Simcoe. Lauren House trains and drives Bolt Power. Number 8 is Philly Watcher, owned by Susan Mix of Aylmer. Troy Cochran is the trainer. Mark McDonald aboard Philly Watcher. And number 9 will be Coalition Hanover. Note that equipment change from open to blinkers. Owned by Triple S Equine Stable of Newton. Brian Hamill of Baden. Pam Forgy is the trainer. Robert Doyle aboard Coalition Hanover. With the scratch, we've got a field of 8. They're going 1 mile for $5,000. Exactor triactor wagering available. The 1 to 2 favorite currently is Drinkin' Buddy. Drinkin' Buddy, the selection of both Dave Walls and James Witherite here. Hard not to like those last two on this one. Finishing a close runner-up both times. Only 1 win in 16 starts this year for Drinkin' Buddy. If those 1 to 2 odds are scaring you away, there are some other long shot possibilities to consider in here. There's number 4, Tuka Rasp, one of those long shot chances perhaps. Lindsay Kerr brings this one back to Hiawatha Horse Park. A nice victory here in 154 and 4, 2 starts back. See if Don Rankin Jr. can carve out a trip for Tuka Rasp, currently 9 to 1 on the tote board. Another long shot play that James Witherite noted in his prognostication is the 8 horse Philly Watcher, currently at 17 to 1 on the tote board, a winner of over $20,000 this year. Second or third in 4 of 5 starts. This one will have to overcome that outside post position, but certainly offering some value right now. Good luck in your wagering selections. Approximately 2 minutes to post time for race number 3. Now less than a minute to post time, less than a minute. That was Tuukka Rask returning to the paddock area for some last-minute adjustments. Back on the racetrack right now. Short delay, but we'll be getting underway momentarily. Starting gate moves into position. The horses and drivers approach. We're ready to roll here for race number 3. They'll line up from the inside out. Maple, Scotty Ray. Sweet Jesus, Natasha Day. Tuukka Rask and Don Rankin Jr. Drinking Buddy, Garrett Rooney. Currently your 1-2 favorite. 6, Dark Twisted Balboa, Andy Moore. Bolt Power, Lauren House. Philly Watcher, Mark McDonald. Coalition Hanover on the outside for Robert Doyle. The horses are now in the hands of the starter. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and pacing. Good fast start, leaving in the middle of the racetrack. That's Dark Twisted Balboa with a rush. Inside of that one, Drinkin' Buddy is away. Also out early is Maple and Tuukka Rask. They're jockeying for early position, and it looks like Maple is driving on. For the Razor, Scott Ray will take Maple and lead them down in front of the grandstand for the first time. Right there in second position, that is Tuukka Rask. Following through into third is Sweet Jesus. Out of fourth, we've got Drinkin' Buddy, followed by Dark Twisted Balboa. Tipping out now from the backfield, Bolt Power. Philly Watcher will follow that one. The trailer, Coalition Hanover. The opening quarter, Zoom, 27-2. They're moving and shaking here. 5 in and 3 out as they roll around that far turn. Good on his tempo. Maple the one to catch, but up and at him on the outside. Here comes Drinkin' Buddy. The half, 57-4, 30-2. Second panel breather. Maple on the front end. That lead is diminishing. Now moving up is Drinkin' Buddy. Tuukka Rask still right there in third. Second over Journey for Bolt Power. Then we're back to Sweet Jesus, who sees it from fifth. Gapping somewhat on the outside was Philly Watcher. Once around the track, 126-1 to the 3/4. Drinkin' Buddy trying to carve at that lead of Maple. Tipping 3 wide for the race down the lane. Here comes Bolt Power. It's Drinkin' Buddy. Bolt Power on the outside is coming after that one. Drinkin' Buddy, Bolt Power together at the wire. Drinkin' Buddy, I believe, but we'd better hope the camera is working. It was tight on a Saturday night here at Hiawatha. Number 5, Drinkin' Buddy withstands the late charge of number 7, Bolt Power. 2, Maple. Tough race for that one this evening, hanging on for the show. 5-7-2, unofficially your race 3 triactor numbers. Race number 3 has been declared official. 5, 7, 2, your numbers. 260, 220, 210. 7 Bolt Power, 510, 410. Number 2 Maple, 330. How about that Exacta? 5-7 the numbers. $35 and change. Your Triactor, 572. $1 gets you $50.55. Nice exotic payoffs with a 1-2 favorite at the top of the ticket. Now returning in front of the grandstand, here comes your race winner, your official race winner. It's number 5, Drinkin' Buddy, owned by Heather and Rick Pickett of Goderich. This bay 6-year-old gelding by your nemesis and Zipcar out of Royal Majesty is trained by Heather Pickett, steered to victory by Garrett Rooney. The wins keep on coming for Garrett Rooney. He's moving towards that magic 100 number here in early June. Next up will be race number 4 in the upcoming 4th race. Natasha Day drives 3, classy guy. Post time for the 4th race, approximately 6 minutes away. Here is your rundown for race number 3. Number 1, Brydown Royal Art was scratched. 2, Maple finished 3rd. 3, Sweet Jesus was 4th. 4, Tuca was 5th. 5, Drinkin' Buddy, your race winner. 6, Dark Twisted Balboa finished 6th. 7, Bolt Power, your runner-up. Number 8, Philly Watcher was 8th. 9, Coalition Hanover finished 7th. Top down, your program should read scratch 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 2, 8, 7. We have a driver's change that we're announcing for the first time. In the 10th race, number 7, Time to Imagine. That driver will be Michael Hamlin III. Michael Hamlin III picks up the catch drive this evening on number 7, Time to Imagine, in race number 10. We're still waiting for a driver on number 2, Ryan Klein, in the 8th race. We'll get that to you when we can. And we do have that driver change for you now in the 8th race. If you'll turn over your programs to race number 8, number 2, Ryan Klein. Make the driver Robert Doyle. Rob Doyle picks up the drive on number 2, Ryan Klein, in race number 8. With the call to the post, the trotters and drivers are coming on to the racetrack for race number 4. And a momentary shout out to the Belmont champions, Sovereignty, running down journalism in this year's edition of the Belmont Stakes, capturing 2 of 3 legs of the 2025 Triple Crown. Congratulations to the connections of Sovereignty. Here is the field for the 4th race. 1 is 7 iron, owned by Lorraine Parr of London. Robert Jarvis trains. Mark McDonald is up, 7 iron. 2, Shoulda Known Better, is owned and trained by Michael Hamlin of Essex. Anthony Hamlin in the bike. Shoulda Known Better. There is 3, Classy Guy, owned by Kerry Howard of Wardsville. Jeff Graham, the trainer. Natasha Day picking up the drive on number 3, Classy Guy. Number 4 is Champagne Bettina, owned by Leanne Davidson of Petroleum, Martin Blaisdell Sarnia. Daryl Laver trains. Garrett Rooney in the bike. Champagne Bettina. 5 is April Duford, owned by Dennis Duford of Dresden. Ashley Duford trains. Robert Doyle in the bike. April Duford. 6 is Southview Aviator, owned by Michelle McMullen, Audrey Crawford of Wallacestown. Ken Gowan is the trainer. Andy Moore in the bike this evening. A Southview Aviator. And rounding out your field, number 7 will be Maid of Magic, owned and trained by Dean Wall of London. Lorne House up, Maid of Magic. Field of 7 trotters. It's the start of the pick 3. They're going 1 mile, $5,200. It's the preferred handicap. Good luck in your wagering selections. There's number 7, Made of Magic, and Lauren House. This one comes out to Hiawatha after a series of starts at Woodbine Mohawk. Racing decently, certainly on May the 16th, finishing 4th there in a mile time of 1:55 and 4. The 2024 campaign was a good one for this one, winning 7 races and bringing home $75,000. Only one win this season, however, for number 7, Made of Magic. There's number 4, Champagne Bettina. Garrett Rooney's going to look for the natural daily double here. This one shows good gate speed. A win at this level a couple of weeks back, and a solid effort a week ago, leaving from post 8 and still picking up 3rd place honors. Champagne Bettina currently 5-2 on the tote board. Many contenders. Good luck in your wagering selections. Post time less than 2 minutes away. Looks like number 5, April Dufort, has returned to the paddock area for some equipment adjustments. Slight delay here before we get rolling with race number 4. April Dufort has returned to the raceway. The scoring is complete. Preferred trotting field turns to the gate. They'll line up from the inside out. 7 iron, Mark McDonald, should have known better. Anthony Hamlin, Classy Guy, Natasha Day. Champagne Bettina, Garrett Rooney, April Duford. Robert Doyle, Southview Aviator, Andy Moore. Maid of Magic, Lorne House to the outside. They're ready to soar in race number 4. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and trotting. Champagne Bettina leaves fastest of all, grabs the early lead for Garrett Rooney, trying to cross over from the outside. Maid of Magic with a rush up to second now. Down along the inside, trotting in third position. That'll be April Duford. Racing in fourth, we've got Shoulda Known Better. Then we're back to Classy Guy, the back markers. Southview Aviator and 7 iron. They'll come by us for the first time, and Maid of Magic has gone right to the front for Lorne House. A length and a half to the good. Champagne Bettina right there in second. Trotting third, April Duford. That opening quarter, 28 flat. Racing fourth, staying on the end. That'll be Shoulda Known Better. Underway from the backfield is Southview Aviator. Trying to follow that one is 7 iron. They go around the far turn. Your leader is still Maid of Magic. Now out of third, April Duford wants to be part of the conversation. This one's coming on after the lead. April Duford is trotting right on by. We've got a new leader with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. April Duford following that one. Southwind Aviator slipping out of that pocket position. Champagne Bettina was able to find some room as Maid of Magic is backing through them. They're reaching the 3/4 mile station. We'll get you those fractions at the end of the race. Your leader now is April Duford. Trotting in second, Southview Aviator. Trying to catch that group is Champagne Bettina. Down the stretch they come. April Duford is the one to catch. Champagne Bettina is coming on, sliding through down along the inside. Southview Aviator. April Duford needs the wire. It's April Duford in race number 4. Number 5, April Duford, the winner here in race number 4, the mile 158 flat. That'll be a season's best, maybe a lifetime best for number 5, April Duford. 6, Southview Aviator up for the place. Number 4, Champagne Bettina was third. 5, 6, 4, your unofficial race 4 triactor numbers. We'll give you the fractions for the 4th race. The quarter 28 flat, the half 57 and 4, 3/4 127 and 3, and your mile time, an impressive one indeed. 158 flat for number 5, April Duford. 5 April Dewford, 720, 430, 230, 6 Southview Aviator, 790, 310, 4 Champagne Bettina, 210 on the show, 5-6 Exacta, $55.40, and your Triactor, 5-6-4 the numbers. $1 gets you $117.70. And I missed the winner's circle presentation there. My apologies to the connections of April Dewford. April Dewford, a Bay 5-year-old mare by Il Sogno Dream and Cha-Cha Slide out of Yankee Glide. Owned by Dennis Dewford of Dresden. Ashley Dewford is the winning trainer. Robert Doyle in the bike. April Dewford trots the mile, 158 flat. That's a new lifetime mark for number 5, April Dewford. And a shout out and an apology to the driver, Mark McDonnell. I believe I've been mispronouncing your name, and I apologize to you and your grandma. Here is the rundown for race number 4. Number 1, 7 Iron was 5th. 2 Should Have Known Better was 6th. 3 Classy Guy 4th. 4 Champagne Padina was 3rd. 5 April Dewford, your race winner. 6 Southview Aviator, your runner-up. And 7 Maid of Magic did finish 7th. Top down, that program should read 5, 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 7. 158 flat. It's your winning mile time and a new lifetime mark for number 5, April Dewford. With the call to the post, the horses and drivers are coming on to the track for race number 5. They go 1 mile for $4,800. Here's your field. Number 1, Party It Up, owned by Diana McIntosh of Melbourne. She trains Garrett Rudy in the bike. Number 2, Smells Like Teen Spirit, is owned by Lorraine Parr of London. Robert Jarvis, the trainer. Mark McDonnell in the bike. Number 3, Officer's Soldier Boy, is owned by Brenda Darrable of Simcoe. Lauren House trains and drives Officer's Soldier Boy. Number 4, TH Allow Me to Lead, is owned by Brad and Ethan Moore of Sarnia. Brad Moore trains and drives TH Allow Me to Lead. Number 5 is Hasselhoff. Note the equipment change from blind to Pelling pacifier. Hasselhoff is owned by Leanne Davidson of Petrolia. David Walls and James Grant of Sarnia. Daryl Laver trains Robert Doyle in the bike Hasselhoff. 6, Better and Redder, owned by Don Rankin Jr. of Amherstburg. He trains and drives Better and Redder. Number 7, Let's Go to Bed, Fred, owned by Timothy Roach of Columbiaville, Michigan. He trains and drives Let's Go to Bed, Fred. Number 8 is Check with Vivian, owned by Peter Core of Sarnia. He trains Natasha Day in the bike this evening. Check with Vivian. And number 9, Asher's Basher, is owned by Gordon McDonald of Kingsville. Anthony Hamlin in the bike Asher's Bashers. We have a full field of 9, and they're going 1 mile here for $4,800, and a competitive field indeed. Our handicappers, James and AJ, are on the 3-horse Officer's Soldier Boy. This one comes to Hiawatha after a few less than impressive finishes at Woodbine Mohawk. Looking for some easier going, this 3-year-old son of McWicked. Currently getting some notice from the betting public at 8-5 on the tote board. We'll see if the move to Hiawatha bodes well for this one. Dave Walls, meanwhile, is going with number 5, Hasselhoff, perhaps because he is a co-owner. Hasselhoff has won $21,000 this year. Recent starts have involved some outside post positions, moves into the middle of the racetrack here, offering some good value indeed at 12-1. Good luck in your wagering selections. We have approximately 2 minutes to post time for race number 5. Less than a minute to post time. The starting gate moves into position. The scoring is complete. The horses and drivers approach the gate. From the inside out, Party It Up, Garrett Rooney. Smells Like Teen Spirit, Mark McDonnell. Officer Soldier Boy, Lauren House. TH Allow Me to Lead, Brad Moore. Hasselhoff, Robert Doyle. Better and Redder, Don Rankin Jr. Let's Go to Bed, Fred. Timothy Roach. Check with Vivian, Natasha Day. Asher's Basher, Anthony Hamlin. The scoring is complete. The horses are now in the hands of the starter. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and pacing, leaving quickly in the inside. Smells Like Teen Spirit is away with a rush. Also in the middle of the racetrack, there goes Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff gets into the early conversation on the far outside, also advancing early. That appears to be Let's Go to Bed, Fred. They head around the far turn. Hasselhoff with the lead. I think that's actually Asher's Basher coming after that one on the outside. They'll come by us the first time. It is indeed Asher's Basher crossing over and taking the lead. Right there in second, Hasselhoff. Underway is Party It Up. To the inside, staying fourth, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Getting the toe up into fifth position, that's Officer Soldier Boy. The opening quarter was 27-4. They're moving here. Racing in sixth position, that is TH Allow Me to Lead. To the outside, there goes Better and Redder. Getting underway, the back markers, Let's Go to Bed, Fred. Check with Vivian. 5 in and 4 out. They head down the backside after a half in 27-3. Party It Up is trying to get in front here, puts a head in front of Asher's Basher. Right there on the inside, that is Hasselhoff looking for racing room. Gapping with that cover on the outside is Officer Soldier Boy. Not today for that one, it appears. Asher's Basher is coming back on now after three quarters. 126-3. Keep your eyes on Hasselhoff if this one can find a seam. Party It Up is right there as well. Down the stretch they come. Asher's Basher, Party It Up in the middle of the raceway. On the far outside, Hasselhoff. Asher's Basher hanging tough. Asher's Basher in race number 5. Number 9, Asher's Basher. Right to the front and never passed. Pacing the mile, 156-2. Knocking 2 seconds off his lifetime mark. Asher's Basher at 13-1. One Party It Up was your runner-up here. Number 5, Hasselhoff, finished third at 14-1. Now returning in front of the grandstand after an impressive victory here in the 5th race this evening, number 9, Asher's Basher, a bay 4-year-old gelding by Better's Delight and Ashley Starr out of Western Hanover, owned by Gordon McDonald of Kingsville. He's the trainer. Anthony Hamlin is up. Asher's Basher, 156 and 2. An impressive mile from the outside 9 post. 29.60, 5.64, 20. Number 1, Party It Up, 290, 220. 5, Hasselhoff, 560. The exact is $69.60. How about that Triactor? $1 gets you $733.25. 20-cent pick 5, good for $173.91. That's the payout on 5 of 5 for the pick 5. Next up is race number 6 in the upcoming 6th race. We have no program changes. Here's the rundown for race number 5. Number 1, Party It Up was 2nd. 2, Smells Like Teen Spirit was 4th. 3, Officer Soldier Boy finished 8th. 4, TH Allow Me to Lead was 6th. 5, Hasselhoff was 3rd. 6, Better and Redder 5th. 7, Let's Go to Bed Fred was 9th. Number 8, Check with Vivian finished 7th. 9, Asher's Basher, your race winner. Top down 248 63 5971. Hello? With the call to the post, the trotters and drivers are coming on to the track for race number 6. Here's your field. Number 1 is Teasin, owned by Dean Wall of London. He's the trainer. Lauren House is in the sulky. Teasin. Number 2, HP Musical Alarm, is owned by William Leon Jr. of Maidstone. He's the trainer. Don Rankin Jr. aboard. HP Musical Alarm. Number 3, For All You Know, owned by Dennis Duford of Dresden. Ashley Duford trains. Dennis Duford is the driver. For All You Know. 4 is Essential Worker, owned by Michelle McMullen of Audrey Crawford and David Gowan. Ken Gowan trains. Andy Moore in the bike. Essential Worker. Number 5 is Pajamas Optional, owned, trained, and driven by Jeffrey O'Brien of London. And 6 is Glory Dream, owned by Connor Wade of Dorchester. Riley Simpson trains. Mark McDonnell in the bike. Compact field of 6. They're trotting 1 mile for $4,200. Just over 2 minutes to post time for race number 6. Less than a minute to post time. Starting gate moves into position. Trotters tiptoe to the gate. They'll line up from the inside out. Teasin, Lauren House. HP Musical Alarm, Don Rankin Jr. For All You Know, Dennis Duford. Essential Worker, Andy Moore. Pajamas Optional, Jeffrey O'Brien. Glory Dream, Mark McDonnell. The horses are now in the hands of the starter. It's post time. Gate swings into the Hiawatha backside. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and trotting. Essential Worker times the gate quickly, grabs the lead for Andy Moore. Looking for the pocket position from the inside. That'll be Teasin. Up to engage that one is For All You Know. Back in fourth position, we've got HP Musical Alarm. The back markers, Pajamas Optional and Glory Dream. Forced to trot on is Dennis Duford, and For All You Know, Essential Worker, trying to keep that one at bay as they come by us for the first time. For All You Know is going to clear, however, that opening quarter, 28-4. Trotting in third position is Teasin. Then we're back to HP Musical Alarm, Pajamas Optional, and Glory Stream. 6 in a line, trotting in time. The one to catch is For All You Know. Dennis Duford on the engine here as they head down the backside for the final time. The half 58-2. It was a 29-3 second panel. It is still For All You Know. Trying to keep pace in the pocket is Essential Worker. Underway and advancing now up on the outside. Here comes Pajamas Optional. Pajamas Optional is third. Fourth to the end is Teasin. Following up on the outside, Glory's Dream. The Hiawatha Shuffle to HP Musical Alarm. They reach three quarters in 1:28-2. The one to catch is still For All You Know. Essential Workers had a perfect pocket trip. Will that be enough as they turn down the lane? It is For All You Know on the lead. Essential Workers going to dive to the inside. On the outside, Pajamas Optional. Late trot for Teasin. But For All You Know, large and in charge on a Sarnia Saturday night. It was number 3, For All You Know. This one grabbed the lead early and never looked back. 4, Essential Worker was second, and number 5, Pajamas Optional, finished third. 3, 4, 5, your unofficial race 6, triactor numbers. Now coming in front of the grandstand, your unofficial race winner, number 3, For All You Know. A bay 5-year-old gelding by You Know You Do, an all drama out of Yankee Glide. Owned by Dennis Duford, Ashley Duford, the winning trainer. Dennis Duford in the bike. For All You Know, victorious this evening in 1:58-3. That'll be a new lifetime mark, and looks like it knocks about 4 seconds off the lifetime best for all you know. 450, 290, 210 for essential worker, $3, 230. 5 pajamas optional, 210 for the show. The exacta good for $15 even. Your triactor, 3, 4, 5, the numbers. $1 gets you $16.75. Race 7 is next. We'll recap the drivers' changes. We've got a few of them and that'll affect your pick 4 selections. So let's look at those right now. Race 7, number 5, Mo Better. The driver will be Robert Doyle. Race 8, number 2, Ryan Klein. The driver will be Rob Doyle. Race 9 is clear. In the 10th and final dash, number 7, Time to Imagine. Michael Hamlin III picks up the drive this evening. Pick 4 wagering available in races 7 through 10. Good luck for those of you playing the pick 4. Here is your race 6 rundown. Number 1, Teasin was 4th, 2 HP Musical Alarm 5th, 3 For All You Know, your victor. 4 Essential Worker was 2nd, 5 Pajamas Optional 3rd, 6 Glory Dream was 6th. Top down 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. With the call to the post, the horses and drivers are coming onto the track for race number 7. It's the start of the pick 4. Here is your field. 1 Nightclub Hanover is owned by Andrea Leon of Maidstone. William Leon Jr. is the trainer. Mark McDonnell in the bike. Nightclub Hanover. Number 2, Sir Lucknow, owned by Paul Roberts of Lucan, Shirley Mills of Granton. Paul Roberts trains Lauren House in the sulky. Sir Lucknow. Number 3, the veteran, the Lone Ranger, owned by Donald and Heather McGregor of Kamloochee. Peter Core trains Natasha Day in the bike, the Lone Ranger. Number 4, Ace 44 Jack, is owned by Dylan Jarvis of Woodsley. Jim Jarvis trains Scott Ray aboard Ace 44 Jack. 5 is Mo Better, owned by Jeff Chase and Keith Graham of Glencoe. Jeff Graham trains. Robert Doyle picks up the drive. Mo Better. 6 is Trident Sealster, owned by Cameron McQueen of London. He is the trainer. Andy Moore in the bike. Trident Sealster. Rounding out your field, from the outside, number 7 will be Livin' Large, owned by George Robinson of Windsor. He trains, and Garrett Rooney is the driver. Livin' Large. A nice competitive field of 7 going postward here in race number 7. Good luck in your wagering selections. Our Hiawatha handicapping team are offering you some variety in their choices here as we start the pick 4. Announcer Dave Walls likes the 1-horse Nightclub Hanover, currently at 2-1 on the tote board. This one has been a runner-up regularly. Moves to the inside after a series of outside posts. Shows good gate speed, and gotta like that last mile. Parked outside the entire way and still beaten only ahead at 31-1. Nightclub Hanover. James is on the 7-horse Livin' Large. Livin' Large will have to overcome the outside post position. This veteran does have decent gate speed, and if he can get away well and find a decent seat, certainly could be in the conversation, currently at 7-2. AJ likes the 6-horse Trident Sealster, and at 9-1, that's a handsome opportunity. Trident Sealster shows 3 wins in his last 5 races, 8 wins in 2025 under the capable training hands of Cameron McQueen. Andy Moore might try to run them down late here. We'll have to see how this race plays out. Very competitive indeed. Good luck in your wagering selections. Pick 4 wagering available for approximately 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes to post time. The scoring is complete. The horses approach for race number 7. They're lining up from the inside out. We've got Nightclub Hanover, Mark McDonnell, Sir Lucknow, Lorne House, The Lone Ranger, Natasha Day, Ace 44, Jack, Scott Ray, Mo Better, Robert Doyle, Trident Sealster, Andy Moore, and Livin' Large, Garrett Rooney on the outside. They'll be revving in race number 7. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and away they go. They're off and pacing in race number 7. Mo Better leaving quickly in between horses. We'll grab the front. Nightclub Hanover pockets up in second. Crossing over into third position, we've got Sir Lucknow. Trident Sealster into the early conversation. A little give and go on the front end. Nightclub Hanover is now your leader. Settling back into second position, that'll be Mo Better. Forced to drive on, Trident Sealster. Then we've got Sir Lucknow, the Lone Ranger. The back markers are Ace 44, Jack, Livin' Large. You come by us the first time on the engine, it's Nightclub Hanover and Mark McDonnell. Lots of work on the outside for Trident Sealster. That first quarter was 28-3. And Trident Sealster will go the outside as they head around the second bend here towards the half. Saving ground in the pocket, that is Mo Better. Right there in fourth position, Sir Lucknow out of fifth and underway. Here comes the Lone Ranger, the half 57-2. 3 wide action from the back of the pack as Ace 44 Jack starts to move. Livin' Large is going to try and follow that one. They're all bunching up now, but the backfield is in motion. Around the far turn, there goes Ace 44 Jack with a rush up to second and putting a nose in front. Coming through in between horses, Trident Sealster is still there, and gaining on the outside is Livin' Large. 126-3 the three-quarter time. Nightclub Hanover has packed it in. Ace 44 Jack takes them down the lane. Livin' Large, the one with a chance perhaps, but Ace 44 Jack is home and in front. Ace 44 Jack. A narrow victory over Trident Sealster. Livin' Large up for the show. 155-4. Number 4, Ace 44 Jack. Circled them all on the backside and then drives away in the lane here for a comfortable 2-length victory. 6, Trident Sealster. Hung around that one, parked the whole way, still finished second. Number 7, Livin' Large will round out your triactor. 4, 6, 7, your numbers unofficially. Now returning in front of the grandstand after an impressive victory here in race number 7. It's number 4, Ace 44 Jack. We've got horses knocking seconds off their lifetime best. Ace 44 Jack scores this evening in 155-4. A black 5-year-old gelding by Dally and Princess Palace out of the Great Camluck. Owned by Dylan Jarvis of Woodsley. Jim Jarvis, the winning trainer. The Razor, Scott Ray in the bike, bringing Ace 44 Jack around them all for a victory here in 155-4. Here are your mutuals. Number 4, Ace 44, Jack 620, 480, $3. 6, Trident Sealster 480, 330. Number 7, Livin' Large 270 for the show. The 4-6 Exacta. How about this? $95. And your Triactor 467. The number is a $1 Triactor gets you $59 and change. Race 8 is up next. Robert Doyle picks up the drive on number 2, Ryan Klein. Post time for the 8th race, approximately 8 minutes away. Here is the rundown for race number 7. Number 1, Nightclub Hanover finished 7th. 2, Sir Lucknow was 5th. 3, The Lone Ranger 4th. 4, Ace 44 Jack was your race winner. 5, Mo Better was 6th. 6, Trident Sealster was 2nd. And number 7, Livin' Large finished 3rd. Top down 7-5, 4, 1-6, 2-3. The mile time, an impressive one, 1:55.4. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it next Saturday, June the 14th. It's Hat Day here at Hiawatha Horse Park. Free Hiawatha hats. You receive your free hat while supplies last. Post time for the first race is 6:30 p.m. Hope we can see you back here at the racetrack next Saturday night. Pick up your Hiawatha hat on a Sarnia Saturday night at Hiawatha Horse Park. Hope to see you there. The horses are leaving the paddock area. And coming on to the track for race number 8, here is your field. Number 1, Mock Jacobs, owned by Leanne Davidson of Petrolia, Martin Blaisdell of Sarnia. Darrell Aver trains Scott Ray in the sulky. Number 2 is Ryan Klein. Robert Doyle picks up the drive for James Napper of Thamesville and trainer Catherine Goudreau. Ryan Klein. Number 3 is Keystone Taz, owned by Riley Simpson of Dorchester. Garrett Rooney in the bike. Keystone Taz. Number 4 will be Keystone Tenacious. Chris Johnson of Sombra, the owner, trainer, and driver. Keystone Tenacious. There's number 5, Mac the Knife, owned by Chris Kane of London. He trains Natasha Day aboard. Mac the Knife. Number 6, Toot Toot N. Owned by William Leon Jr. of Maidstone. He trains Mark McDonnell aboard Toot Toot N. Number 7 will be Paparazzi Hanover, owned by Kimberly Carther of Wallaceburg. Michael Carther trains. Andy Moore is up. Paparazzi Hanover. And rounding out your field, number 8, Come On, Barney, owned by Diane Sylvester of Sarnia. Dwayne May, the trainer. Lauren House will drive. Come On, Barney. Field of 8 going 1 mile here for a purse of $4,000. Once again, our handicappers are divided in their feelings about this upcoming race. Track announcer Dave Walls leaning towards number 1, Mock Jacobs. Looking for Scott Ray to get back to the winner's circle for the natural driving double. This one has won $22,000 this year. More than double anybody else in the field. The inside post position has to help. Scott Ray and Mock Jacobs 6-5 on the tote board right now. James likes Paparazzi Hanover from post 7. This one's got some great early speed. Likely to be at the front or very near the front. The question is whether or not he can sustain that energy for the entire mile. Been in and around things as of late here at Hiawatha. AJ Andy is leaning towards the 3-horse Keystone Taz, and that one's offering a little value here, currently at 10-1 on the tote board. Winless the past couple of seasons. Garrett Rooney picks up the drive this evening, and we'll see if that changes the fortunes for Keystone Taz. And I'll throw one more outsider into the mix. Number 8, Come On, Barney. Off an impressive second place finish at Dresden Raceway a week ago. This one would benefit from some good early gate speed and can perhaps come into the conversation late. Good luck in your wagering selections. Just over 2 minutes to post time for race number 8. Less than 2 minutes to post time. 2 minutes. The starting gate moves into position. The horses and drivers approach. The scoring complete. Lining up from the inside out, Mock Jacobs, Scotty Ray, Ryan Klein, Robert Doyle, Keystone, Taz, Garrett Rooney, Keystone, Tenacious, Chris Johnson, Mac the Knife, Natasha Day, Toot Toot, and Mark McDonnell, Paparazzi, Hanover, Andy Moore. Come on, Barney, Lorne House, a field of 8. 8 on the gate for race number 8. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and pacing on the far outside. Paparazzi, Hanover leaves. Inside of that one, Toot Toot N gets into the early conversation. And also away from the far outside, Come On Barney. Come On Barney is driving on, is going to go right on by and grab the lead here. Paparazzi, Hanover, content to let that one pass by. Racing in third position, Toot Toot N. Fourth to the inside, that'll be Keystone Taz. Then we're back to Mock Jacob. Ryan Klein can see it from 6. The back markers are Mac the Knife and Keystone, Tenacious, 8 in a line, making good time. It's Come On Barney showing the way. First quarter was 28-1. They round the turn and head to the half. 2 lengths to the good. Paparazzi Hanover sits second. Toot Toot Dan is racing in third position. Beginning to gap on the inside is Keystone Taz. Underway, Mock Jacobs. The half 58-2. The one to catch is still Come On Barney. Shows by a length and a half. Paparazzi Hanover is there, underway and advancing. That is Mock Jacobs. Taking the toe will be Mac the Knife. They head to the 3/4 mile marker. The one to catch, it's Lorne House and Come On Barney. But here comes company in the form of Mock Jacobs. 3/4, 128-2. Come On Barney, Mock Jacobs, those two in front. Trying to join them on the outside is Mac the Knife. Paparazzi Hanover laboring on the inside. Down the stretch they come. Up on the outside, Mock Jacobs trying to battle back is Come On Barney. Mock Jacobs, Come On Barney, Mock Jacobs in race number 8. We may have the race 7 replay on our infield screen at the moment. Our apologies. It was number 1, Mock Jacobs, narrowly over 8, Come On Barney. 5, Mac the Knife up for the show. 185. Your unofficial triactor numbers here in race number 8. Now returning in front of the grandstand, here is your unofficial race winner, number 1, Mock Jacobs. A Bay 8-year-old gelding by Mach 3 and another Cam Kiss out of Cam Luck. Owned by Leanne Davidson Petrolia, Martin Blaisdell of Sarnia. Daryl Laver, the winning trainer, and Scotty Ray right back in the winner's circle. Back-to-back victories here at Hiawatha tonight for driver Scott Ray. 158 and 4, the winning mile time. $3, 240, 210. 8, come on Barney. 510, 320. Number 5, Mac the Knife, 480 for the show. The exacta $20.40, and your triactor 185. The numbers $1. $1 nets you a nice $79.20. Next up is the 9th race. No program changes. Race 9 is the start of the late double. Post time for the 9th, approximately 7 minutes away. Here is your rundown for race number 8. 1, Mock Jacobs, your winner. 2, Ryan Klein was 7th. 3, Keystone Taz was 5th. 4, Keystone Tenacious was 8th. 5, Mac the Knife was 3rd. 6, Toot Toot N was 4th. 7, Paparazzi Hanover finished 6th. And number 8, Come On Barney was 2nd. Top down, 1, 7, 5, 8, 3, 4, 6, 2. With the call to the post, the horses and drivers on post parade for race number 9. Here's your field. 1 Favaro Sealster is owned by Leanne and Stephen Davidson, James Grant, and Adrian Sharma. Darrell Laver, the trainer. Garrett Rooney is up. Favaro Sealster. 2 is Major Arma N, owned by Samuel Taylor of Lucan. Lorne House trains. Andy Moore aboard. Major Arma N. 3 is Better's Dream, owned by Michelle Sherman of Dorchester. She is the trainer. Robert Doyle, the driver. Better's Dream. Number 4, Dakota Sena, owned by Douglas Curry of Sarnia. He trains. Anthony Hamlin is up. Dakota Sena. 5 is Lady Speaker, owned by Jamie Doig of Petrolia. He's also the trainer and driver. Lady Speaker. 6 is He's Sporty, owned by Jim and Doreen Flynn of Mitchell. Jim Flynn trains Scott Ray in the bike this evening. He's Sporty. Number 7 is Belichick, owned by Donnie Rankin Jr. of Amherstburg. He's the trainer and the driver as well. Belichick. And on the outside, we've got Max Shadow, owned by Samuel Taylor of Lucan. Lorne House trains and drives. Max Shadow. Field of 8 going 1 mile for $4,200. This is the start of the late double. Exactor, triactor, and late double wagering available. Post time approximately 2 minutes away. And once again, our handicapping triumvirate are divided here. Dave Walls likes 1 Favaro Sealster, along with most of the betting public. They've got this one listed at 4 to 5 currently. First or second in his last 3 starts at Flamborough Downs, including a second place finish, a rallying effort a week ago, coming from a ways back to finish second, beaten only 3/4 of a length. Favaro Sealster benefits from an inside post here this evening and is certainly one to consider. James is leaning towards the 3-horse Better's Dream and driver Robert Doyle. This one has terrific gate speed. Was able to take things wire to wire in an impressive victory at Western Fair in London on May 19th, scoring in 157-1. Perhaps the one to catch again here, a winner of 3 of 17 in 2025, number 3, Better's Dream. If you want something a little longer on the tote board, number 7, Belichick, dropping a notch here this evening. Not much to look at a week ago, but the 3 previous starts were all decent. Belichick's last race at this level on May the 10th included a victory, an impressive one here at Hiawatha, 156-1 on that evening. That's the only win of the season, however, for Belichick. Has been second or third on 8 other occasions, so certainly worth a look now at 5-1 on the tote board. Good luck in your wagering selections. Post time for the 9th, just over 2 minutes away. Now less than a minute to post time. The scoring is complete. The horses and drivers approach the gate. They'll line up from the inside out. Favaro, Sealster, Garrett, Rooney. Major Arma in, Andy Moore, Better's Dream, Robert Doyle, Dakota Sena, Anthony Hamlin, Lady Speaker, Jamie Doig, He's Sporty, Scott Ray, Belichick, Don Rankin Jr., Max Shadow, Lord House. They're all in line for race number 9. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and there they go. They're off and pacing. Favaro Sealster leads quickly along the inside, and Favaro Sealster wants the front. Looking for that 2-hole tuck. That's going to be Better's Dream. Moving into third position will be Dakota Sena. Belichick left well. Will settle back into fourth position now as they round the bend, finding a seat in front of Max Shadow, who is racing in fifth. Then we're back to Major Arma N as they come by us the first time. Your front end leader is still Favaro Sealster. Back markers are He's Sporty, Lady Speaker. 8 in a line here. The opening quarter was 27-3. Lickety split. It is Favaro Sealster showing the way. Right there in second position is Better's Dream. Dakota Sena says right here, right now. Some right line urging. This one's out of third and underway. Following that one to the outside will be Belichick. The half, 58 seconds flat. That was a 30-2 breather for Favaro Sealster. This one's looking strong on the front end, folks. 2.5 lengths to the good. Trying to keep pace in the pocket is Better's Dream. Dakota Sena is still in third position. Making up some ground along the inside was Max Shadow. Belichick is fifth. Once around the track and halfway back, 3/4, 126 flat. Your front end leader is still Favaro Sealster. Better's Dream is going to try and reel that one in, tipping to the outside for the drive home. Down the stretch they come. Favaro Sealster in front. Here comes Better's Dream, Dakota Sena, Max Shadow, but this one belongs to Favaro Sealster. 3 Better's Dream was second best. It appeared as if number 8 Max Shadow got up for the show. Mile time 1:55 flat. One 3-8, your unofficial triactor numbers here in the 9th race. Number 1, Favaro Sealster. Victorious impressively, 1:55 flat. How about that? Equaling a mark set right here at Hiawatha last season. Race number 9 has been declared official. 320, 230, 210. Number 3, Better's Dream, 360, 340. Number 8, Max Shadow, 440. The 1-3 Exacta was good for $12. Tractor, 138. The numbers, $29 even. The return on your $1 investment. Now returning in front of the grandstand, here is the official race winner. Number 1, Favaro Sealster, a brown 7-year-old gelding by Control the Moment and Flower Bomb out of American Ideal. Owned by Leanne and Stephen Davidson, James Grant and Adrian Sharma. Darrell Laver, the winning trainer. Garrett Rooney picking up the driving double here this afternoon and edging closer to 100 victories on the season. There's your winner, folks. Favaro Sealster, 155 flat. Next up is the 10th and final dash. Michael Hamlin III picking up the drive on number 7, Time to Imagine. Horses will be on post parade in approximately 6 minutes' time. That is the call to the post. They're playing our song one final time on a Sarnia Saturday night as the field for the 10th comes on to the racetrack. Here is your post parade. Number 1 is Lucy and Ethel. Owned by Douglas Good of Chatham, Gordon McDonald of Kingsville. Gordon McDonald trains. Anthony Hamlin is up. Lucy and Ethel. 2 is Mostly Dally, owned by George Robinson of Windsor. Garrett Rooney in the bike. Mostly Dally. 3 is Star Bets, owned by Donald and Heather McGregor of Kamalachi. Peter Core trains. Natasha Day aboard. Star Bets. 4 is Blossom on the Beach, owned by Leanne Davidson, James Grant, Martin Blaisdell, Adrian Sharma, Darrell Laver trains. Scotty Ray aboard. Blossom on the Beach. 5 is Gracie T, owned by Rodney Duford of Leamington. Ashley Duford in the Ashley Duford, the trainer. Robert Doyle is in the sulky. Gracie T leaving from post 5. Number 6, Rose Ricky. We've got a Lucy, an Ethel, and a Ricky. Owned by Brad Wilson of Kamlachi. Dwayne May trains. Andy Moore in the bike. Rose Ricky. Number 7 is Time to Imagine, owned by Kevin Jarvis of Essex. Jim Jarvis trains. Michael Hamlin III picking up the drive on Time to Imagine. Number 8 is Something Royal, owned by Cameron McQueen. Paige Vandilpiers from London. Cameron McQueen trains. Mark McDonnell in the bike. Something Royal. And rounding out your field from the outside, we've got number 9, Missy Rocks, owned by Sally Charlton, Ashley Curl, and Daryl Thiessen. Lindsay Kerr, the trainer. Lorne House aboard. Missy Rocks. It's a full field of 9 and a competitive one indeed for our finale. Dave Walls and AJ are leaning towards the 2-horse Mostly Dally, hoping this one will like the move to an inside post position. Looking back to races on May 3rd and May 10th here at Hiawatha, Mostly Dally was in the conversation and might leave a little more favorably than this one has been able to do from outside posts in recent weeks. Mostly Dally currently at 7-2 on the tote board. James is leaning towards the 5-horse Gracie T, looking for the repeat of last week's 8-1 upset. Gracie T has Robert Doyle in the bike, a winner of 2 of the past 3. Clearly in good form now, number 5, Gracie T. Good luck in your wagering selections. Approximately 2 minutes to post time for the final dash of the evening. Approximately a minute to post time. Hey folks, we're back at it next Saturday night. Post time for the first race, 6:30 p.m. It's Hat Day here at Hiawatha. Hats available. Hats will be available as long as supply lasts, so get here early. Post time for the first race, 6:30 p.m. It's going to be another good one. Less than a minute to post time for race number 10. Scoring is complete. The horses are approaching. It's been great to be with you here tonight. My thanks to Dave Walls for the opportunity to announce at this beautiful raceway. Thoroughly enjoyable. They'll line up again from the inside out. We've got Lucy and Ethel and Anthony Hamlin, Mostly Dally, Garrett Rooney, Starbets, Nat Day, Blossom on the Beach, Scott Ray, Gracie T, Robert Doyle, Rose Ricky, and Andy Moore. Time to Imagine with Michael Hamlin III, Something Royal, Mark McDonnell, Missy Rocks, Lauren House, a field of 9. Let's do it again in race number 10. It's post time. Tenth race field turns into the backstretch, and there they go. They're off and pacing 4 across the track in a dash for the early lead. That is Starbets emerging for Natasha Day. Also getting into it early is Gracie T down along the inside. Well situated, Mostly Dally. Taking over 4th is Lucy and Ethel. Crossing back into 5th, that'll be Blossom on the Beach. We'll wait and see what it looks like as they turn by us. For the first time, your leader is Gracie T. Robert Doyle showing the way right there in second position, Starbets. Then we've got Mostly Dally. Decision time for that one. Underway is Blossom on the Beach. Taking the toe will be Missy Rock. Saving ground along the inside, Lucy and Ethel. That opening quarter was paced in a brisk 27-4. Blossom on the Beach is firing up on the outside, coming up to engage Gracie T as they head down the Hiawatha backside for the final time. Starbets sits in 3rd along the inside. Mostly Dally. That one will need some room. Following up on the outside, but gapping somewhat in the cover, that's Missy's Rocks. Then we're back to Lucy and Ethel. Time to Imagine, Something Royal. Can see them all. Along with Rose Ricky, 3/4 reached 127-2. Gracie T looking to make it back-to-back here. Challenging on the outside, that is Blossom on the Beach. Now getting loose is Mostly Dally, tipping 3 wide for the drive down the lane. Looking to tip to the inside will be Starbets. Here comes Mostly Dally up on the outside. Mostly Dally, Gracie T. Mostly Dally in race number 10. It was number 2, Mostly Dally. Solid move into the lane here, tipping 3 wide and driving by a very strong Gracie T, who hung tough for the place. Number 3, Starbets, finished 3rd. 253 unofficially in race number 10. Back-to-back trips to the winner's circle for driver Garrett Rooney. He picks up the driving triple tonight, continuing his winning ways through the 2025 racing season. Mostly Daly victorious in 157 flat. Mostly Daly is a Bay 9-year-old mare by Daly. More than most out of the Great Abercrombie. Owned and trained by George Robinson of Windsor. Garrett Rooney in the bike, bringing Mostly Daly home in 157 flat. $6, $3.60, $2.50, $5. Gracie T, $5.30, $3.50. 3 star bets, $2.80 for the show. The 2-5 exacta, $30.80. The triactor, $38.60 for your $1 investment. 253 the numbers. Late double, 1 and 2, good for $8.10. And the pick 4, 4 of 4, $1 nets you $57 and change. 10th race rundown, we'll give it to you right now. 1 Lucy and Ethel was 5th. 2 Mostly Daly was your winner. 3 Star Bets was 3rd. 4 Blossom on the Beach finished 4th. 5 Gracie T, your runner-up. 6 Rose Ricky was 7th. 7 Time to Imagine finished 9th. 8 Something Royal was 8th. And number 9 Missy Rocks was 6th best. Top down 5, 1, 3, 4, 2, 7, 9, 8, 6. That'll be a wrap, folks, for our racing program this evening. So happy you could join us. We're back at it 1 week from tonight. Post time for the first race, 6:30 p.m. Dave Walls will be back in the booth. Thank you so much for allowing me to join you here. On behalf of the staff, the management, the horsemen, the horsewomen, thank you so much for coming out. Hope you enjoy a safe drive home, and we'll look to see you back at the track really soon. Good night, folks.